Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Yeah, I know it's in the last few of my episodes I was actually recording from my actual computer mic. I have it fixed up now, so everything should be coming through my snowball. So hopefully the audio sounds better. Nevertheless, that's not why mostly why we're here. Not to talk about my fuck ups. We are talking about today Demon Slayer. Well, manga in general, just outselling the entire, well, yeah, mainly just Demon Slayer if you want to be quite honest, but Demon Slayer outselling the entire comic book industry. Now, this does not surprise me, being that comic books nowadays over here in the West are so bad and terrible, and that they are filled with such propaganda. Well, not really much propaganda, I would say. I wouldn't really say propaganda. That's going a little bit too far. They're not there just yet. They're kind of close, but they do have an agenda that they're pushing in these comics, which is why I really kind of fell off of comics a few years back, because I noticed like they were putting in like some Black Lives Matter movements and like the Spider-Man, and it was like, come on, man. Like they're just pushing the fucking LGBTQRS bullshit. Like, I understand that stuff is important and it has its place, yeah, but I don't want that shit in my comics. People go to comics, people buy movie tickets to have some form of escape from the realism that they have to deal with in their daily life. That kind of media is an escapism, and people don't want to hear that shit all day long. People already have to go to work, bust their ass, do what they do, and then they come home just to relax and whatnot. Maybe you don't want to turn on the news and see what's going on. Maybe you just want to pop up a movie, put in a game or something, and just relax. But nowadays over here in the West, you can't do that. Everything has to be, social justice and all that bullshit. This is from Nerdbot. Let's get into this. Demon Slayer has been an international phenomenon. As of February this year, they had an estimate sales total of 2.6 billion in Japan alone. Roughly 150 million units sold. Ooh, wait. This is a lot higher than the current American comic book estimates, which is around 15 million. See, listen, don't ever, bro, don't ever in your life underestimate the power of anime. Don't you ever do that. Alright. Many people are praising Koroharu Gatui, or whatever, intense fight scenes and an interesting story. The fact that it's keeping people engaged is an amazing feat in and of itself. No, it is not an amazing feat in and of itself, because all you have to do is write a good story with characters that people care about. Sometimes characters can be relatable, which would make the story and everything even better, and sometimes you can make them like an antagonist where you understand what they're doing. It's still bad, but you understand why that villain is doing what they're doing. Just like with Thanos. That's why Marvel just crushed it, because we understand why Thanos was doing what he was doing. It was still wrong, but nevertheless it made him an epic villain. It's not, you just have to give people what they want. It's not that difficult. I mean, in terms of, I guess, writing a story and characters that can achieve that, I guess that can be more so difficult, but I mean, just give the fans what they want, give the people what they want, and in turn you will flip a profit, you will make money, you will hand over fist, you will make money. Like, it's crazy. People will love your shit. Anyways. It's also led many to speculate why manga is now selling more than American comic books. Well, I just told you guys the reason, because American comics nowadays, they're just pushing an agenda. They don't care about story, they don't care about characters, they don't care about none of that shit. All they want to do is put in some kind of synopsis where it's Orange Man bad, America is racist, protect POCs and all that. Like, bro, get that bullshit out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. I have to hear that shit on the news everywhere I go, like on sometimes during breaks on podcasts, like on social media. I don't want to see that shit in my path of escapism. I don't want to see it in there. Like, it's true that comic books are very politics heavy. So, there you go. I don't even have to finish. I don't even have to finish this fucking article, because that alone, that sentence alone tells you why manga is selling more. That tells you why manga is selling more, because comic books are very politics heavy. People who don't want to hear that, listen, I enjoy politics every once in a while. Sometimes discussions need to be had, debates need to happen. But nevertheless, I do not pick up a fucking comic book to hear about politics. Bro, it's crazy, man. They also seem to be pushing agendas and certain ways of thinking. When you compare Demon Slayer to the motivations of normal characters in manga, it's a stark difference, of course. It seems that they have a sense of right and wrong. It seems that the sense of right and wrong is on a very fundamental level. While some historical manga and anime do have some sense of political subjects, they never present it to you in a way that says one side or the other is correct. There you go. Yeah. This article's exact. I don't even need to finish this shit. Like, you kind of just know by the actions of the characters what's morally right. And as cheesy as it to say you know, you also know in your heart what's morally right, which is why you root for them. Exactly. Alright, let's see. Is there any more? Okay. Now that the movie has finally come out in the United States, manga sales for the series have jumped yet again. Of course, man. Mugen Train. Listen, I have some mixed feelings on that, but let's continue. We're also waiting for season 2 of the anime, which took a short break after season 1 to make the Mugen Train movie. Okay. It's expected that once the second season is announced, the manga sales will jump yet again, and the comic books will have to have even higher numbers to reach for. Of course. And I mean, I honestly, let's see, is that everything? Okay, yeah, that's everything. Now listen, first of all, when it comes to me and my anime and manga, like, I rather read manga that I'm not actually reading, that I'm actually not actually watching as an anime, because I don't know, it just kind of takes away from the excitement. As I mean, when I picked up the that guided novel for Naruto, let me see if let me see. Hold on 1 second. I think I still have that. Is it over here? Nah, I moved it. Where is it? Damn, I moved it somewhere. Where is it? I'm gonna have to find it. It's around here somewhere. I'm gonna have to look for it later. Wait, is that it? Where are you? I don't know. Oh, it's around here somewhere. I'll find it later. But nevertheless, like, when I was reading that the guided novel for Naruto to Boruto or whatever, Boruto to Naruto. Now I'm pretty sure it's Naruto to Boruto now. What was it with Shin Uchiha? I believe that was the guy's name. That was a great freaking novel. Nevertheless, when they actually adapt that to the actual anime, like, I kind of knew what was coming. I think they changed it like a little bit. Yeah, they changed some stuff, but overall, like, I wasn't like that like excited when I first watched it, because I was like, yeah, I've read the manga, so I know what was happening. So when it comes to Demon Slayer, as much as I want to know what's gonna happen, and as much as I'm staying away from the community to avoid spoilers, like, I mean, part of me wants to read it, but a part of me is like, nah, I'm watching the anime, and the anime is so good right now that I don't want to ruin that excitement, you know. So there's that. Now Mugen Train. Now my synopsis on Mugen Train, I saw it. I have mixed feelings on it. I didn't. It was okay. I mean, hold on, we're gonna go into spoiler territory too. So if you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna wait for you guys, because we are going to spoil territory. I'm gonna wait. Okay. Now with Mugen Train, I mean, there was like some CGI weird effect, like goop stuff that the gang was fighting. I don't. That kind of threw me off. I'm like, okay, this looks so out of place. Like, it doesn't fit into the actual anime. Like, it looks like some weird CGI crap. I mean, the story was good. I like the story, the whole dream of Tanjiro, like meeting his family that, you know, was slain. Like, bro, that shit hit. That shit hit. I'm like, damn. But my main issue with Mugen Train is that, again, we're going to the spoilers, is that they killed off Rengoku, man. I hope that's how you say his name. Rengoku, whatever. They killed off my boy Rengoku. Now, the reason I have an issue with that is because I wanted to feel kind of like how Tanjiro felt. I wanted to, you know, I mean, because of course I'm a guy, I don't really cry, nothing, but I wanted to, you know, have that like emotion to say like, damn, like they killed my boy. Like I want to, you know, have that kind of stir raw emotion. But with Rengoku, we knew so little about him that when they killed him, I was like, I mean, I felt bad, but I wasn't like, I didn't, this is gonna be kind of fucked up, but it was like, I cared, but like I kind of didn't really care, because again, we didn't have anything really to go off of Rengoku other than what was shown in his dreams. And I wish they didn't kill him. I wish that he could have taken Tanjiro, because I think they're both like fire types or whatever. He could have taken Tanjiro under his wing and trained him, kind of like Naruto and Jiraiya. I wish they would have done that, man. That was such a waste of a character. I didn't like that, man. I was more upset at the fact that they killed him, rather than the fact that he died in the movie. I was more upset at that fact. I'm like, bro, like, what are you guys doing? Like, you guys have great characters. Like, why kill him off? Why kill off Rengoku? There was so much we didn't know about him. And of course, maybe, again, I'm not reading the manga, so of course maybe some things are going to come to light in season 2, season 3, however long this anime is going to run for. But I don't want to see, I don't really want to see flashbacks of, you know, Rengoku's past. I would rather hear it from Rengoku himself. You know, it was one of those things where I'm like, this fucking sucks, man. Like, that really, like, that really threw me out of the movie when they killed him. I'm like, why are you guys killing this man off? Like, obviously with his character design, the way he was designed, like how bright and flashy he looked, I assumed at the end of season 1 he was going to be a main component for season 2, being that, you know, his design was so unique from the other Hashira. And the way they killed him, man, I was like, fuck, man. Like, why we didn't know much about him? Like, there was so much potential in Rengoku. Why did you kill him? Why did you do that to my boy? I don't know, man. So with that, I'm like, man, fuck it. You know, I'm just but getting back to Demon Slayer, with it outselling like the comic books in general. But man, that shit still pisses me off, man. Like, I'm like, you guys, you motherfuckers, man. Like, you guys did my boy dirty. Like, I don't understand it, man. The way, bro, he was such a badass in that movie, and I don't fucking get it, man. Like, with that, I was like, man, listen, I hope Demon Slayer isn't fucking up with this one. You did my boys so fucking dirty. Alright, let me calm down, because I'm like, this shit is really getting, like, this shit really fucking with me. Going back to manga and comic books. Now, this is not surprising that manga right now is killing it, especially with how you say, with Mugen Train coming out, with Demon Slayer being on Netflix. Like, it's so crazy, man. Like, it's so fucking crazy. Like, I mean, it's not crazy because, again, the thing about this is why I fuck heavily with the Japanese market, even though, like, you guys are kind of racist. I'm just fucking with y'all, but no, the Japanese are kind of racist. Regardless, the reason why I fuck so heavily with the Japanese, especially with Nintendo, was because at the end of the day, the only thing they give a fuck about is profit. The only thing they care about is the color green. They don't care if you're white, you're black, you're blue, you're orange, you're red, you're purple, you're pink, you're brown. They do not care. The only thing that considers them, the only thing that they consider is green. The only thing they care about is their money. So in order to get the maximum profit, in order to build the biggest industry, the biggest business, you need a funnel of money. Okay, so how do we funnel in all this money? How do we get paid? How do we make moolah hand over fist? We make a product, we make a service for the people that they want, that they can't get enough of. We give the people what they want, and in turns, we're stupid rich. Look at Nintendo. Look at manga right now. Look at anime, bro. The Japanese are winning. The Japanese they're seriously winning when it comes to this media. Hell, even right now, things are so bad. Side note, things are so bad, even with gaming. I read an article a couple months ago. How who was it? A couple months ago, Sony moved their headquarters from Japan over to California, which was stupid. So fucking stupid. Why did you gotta do that? In order to, I guess, mainstream the US market. And now they're funneling all this bullshit in. Now they're cracking down on things being too sexualized, even though we had Last of Us Part 2 with that Abby scene. But they're censoring so much shit over here now that they've done that. Like, they've taken away a lot of the like small niche like kind of like more anime ecchi games. Like, they're kind of cutting that shit out, and that shit really fucked with me, because I was so gung-ho on getting a PS5, but the way that I see Xbox is picking up all these small companies and all these small like indie publications, and like they're actually the games that Sony cut out that Xbox they're actually keeping on their store. So it's like, bro, like, look at this shit, man. Like, I can get all my anime, all my kind of like ecchi stuff over here for Xbox, but I love Sony, but Sony is censoring shit. So it's like it's fucking crazy, man. It's just fucking crazy. But again, guys, go check out this article. I mean, I've read everything down below, but I don't think there's anything else I need to. Yeah, okay, that's everything. But yeah, this doesn't surprise me, man. Total sales 2.6 billion. Shit, that, bro, come on. Tell me, man, the Japanese are winning, and it's because they are pleasing their people. It's because they do not give two shits about LGBT, QRSP. They do not give two shits about social justice, pushing an agenda. They just care about pleasing their fans. They just care about the color green. One works with the other, and that's the thing that a lot of American comic book industry, well, mainly Marvel and DC, that's the main thing that they're starting not to understand, because they listen to all of these fucking weirdos on Twitter and Facebook saying that how, you know, they want this, you know, so-called characters, they want these LGBTQ characters, they want this, you know, agenda in their books and whatnot. But again, these aren't the fucking people who built these companies. These aren't the people who every fucking Wednesday, these are not the people down there at the comic book shop. They're not there. I'm pretty sure, man. I mean, again, I've said I don't really read comic books anymore, but the last comic book I picked up was this Harley Quinn one. I still need to read it. Like, it's still in the wrap, but this was the last book, well, the last comic that I picked up. Well, I guess it wouldn't really be a comic. I guess this is like a I forgot what you call it. It's not coming to me. But yeah, this was the last one recently that I picked up. But I was there, man. I was down at the comic book shop, and I didn't see these weirdos. I didn't see these beluga whale, pink-haired fucks. I didn't see them there. So I'm just saying, Marvel, DC, you guys can keep on fucking doing whatever you're doing. Please continue to do it. Manga and anime will only grow bigger, and I will be forever thankful to you for that, because that means more money for them to make manga, more money for them to make anime. Fuck you guys, bro. At the end of the day, because manga, I love manga more than I love my superheroes. I'm gonna be honest. Well, not really manga, but anime. I love anime more than I love my superheroes, because I remember, man, just like with every kid in the 90s, in early 2000s, the first thing I watched was Dragon Ball Z. So I have a level of love that's undeniable and almost kind of crazy to anime. So please keep doing what you're doing. Comics are in the gutter right now, and they're pushing this shit. They're pushing all of this division and this racial justice and this social justice, and all these agendas. They're pushing this shit to people who don't even buy their shit. They're pushing all of this onto people who aren't even gonna be there day one when these comics released. Didn't Marvel I read the comic book, an article somewhere, who reported on that? Was it Ripper? Was it Hero versus Babyface? I don't know. It was one of the guys. Like Marvel, like they cut like a lot of their staff or whatever. Oh, I forget who. I forget. I don't know. Someone said that Marvel cut like a bunch of staff. I'm gonna have to find an article. But nevertheless, keep on doing it, man. Keep on fucking up. Anime will only continue to rise and gain more power, more ultimate power. So, guys, if you guys enjoyed that rant, let me know down in the comments below, man. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. What did you guys think about all of this? What did you guys think about Mugen Train? I gave my synopsis on it. It was kind of eh. Keep on fucking around, man. Again, people, at the end of the day, again, like I said, yes, all of this shit is somewhat important to people, but at the end of the day, people want to come home and relax and have an escape. That's what people want at the end of the day. I'm gonna leave it right there. Take care. Bye bye.